Hello and welcome everyone. Welcome to the NuChallenge Webinar. Again, my name is Jonathan McIntosh and I'm the EVP here at Nussentials. You know, tonight's webinar is really simple. We are here to challenge you. We have national leaders in medicine with us today, very excited about it, who are going to challenge your assumptions about diet, about exercise, about the myriad of myths that exist regarding your health. Ultimately, we want to throw down the gauntlet and challenge you to transform yourself into the person you desire to be. No one here is here because they want to keep things status quo. No one on this webinar wants to remain the same as they started. We are here tonight because we are desiring change and want to know if this program can kickstart our journey. So let's get into it. Our goals are to inform and equip you towards transformation. Now, tonight you're going to have the chance to ask questions along the way. We invite you to do so. There's a chat dialogue, a question dialogue within your Zoom webinar features. Please leverage that throughout the discussion that we're having here today. Feel free to use that. We're going to answer questions at the end of this, but so that you do not forget your question along the way, go ahead and ask it. Type it in that box, submit it. We'll try to get to every question we can at the end of this webinar. But our idea here, the goal here today, is to reveal to you an opportunity to change your life. And to do that, we've invited a couple very special people. Number one, I'm going to have ladies go first here. Jackie Vance is a registered nurse. She's board certified in geriatrics, is a board certified infection preventionist, a certified dementia practitioner, a certified legal nurse consultant. She has a diploma in personal nutrition and weight management and is a lean black belt Six Sigma professional. She sits on 2 national boards and is a published author in peer-reviewed journals. She has an award-winning blog titled The Real Nurse Jackie. And of course, she's on our Nussentials Leadership Advisor Group and medical panel. Please help me in welcoming Jackie Vance. Welcome, Jackie. Thanks for being here. Second, we have a very special doctor with us, Dr. Jonathan Musher. He's a primary care physician and a fellowship-trained geriatrician with an adult practice in Chevy Chase, Maryland. He has a special certification in pain management, weight management, and anti-aging medicine. His practice is a blend between traditional and holistic medicine with a focus on health and wellness. He is a national speaker, has published extensively, and was a member of the Washington, D.C. Obama Healthcare Transition Team. Of course, he's also on the Nussentials Leadership Advisor Group and medical panel. Thank you, Dr. Musher, for being with us here today.
Excited to be here.
Well, with that, I want to great, Jackie. Appreciate you guys. And I want to go ahead and turn it right over to you. We have a lot of information to cover. I want to just remind everyone, if you have questions along the way, please put them in the question box. We're going to get to them at the very end. We also have some great prizes to give away. Of course, all those attending to the very end are going to get a free shirt. We're very excited, so let's get started.
Okay, so diet. I mean, even the word sounds restrictive, right? I mean, how many times have you read a new diet book or heard about a new diet on TV or read about the latest craze on social media? And you're so full of enthusiasm for the plan. It's like, wow, everything makes so much sense. But then wait, you get down to the details and you find out there are some really crazy limits. You have to limit carbs or meat or fat or sugar or cooked foods or things that start with the letter S. I mean, that's really a thing. A big deal, right? Because there's so many wonderful things you can eat on your diet that you're not going to miss the carbs, meat, fat, sugar, cooked foods, or foods that start with the letter S. Well, that's the biggest lie ever. Because after the first week or two, you will miss all of those things so much that you dive headfirst into a tub of the forbidden foods, and that's the end of that diet again. And you wonder why you fail on diet. So, Dr. Musher, can you validate what we have here on this slide about physicians not receiving extensive nutritional education? How that can really interfere with patients who are trying to seek weight loss.
Jackie, unfortunately, most physicians have received very little education on nutritional medicine during their training and, quite frankly, afterwards when they're in practice, and even less on recommending and supporting a patient diet program. It's a huge problem that people just don't understand, don't really realize.
Oh, thank you. So I think everybody may have heard of this theory, but that our bodies work like a calorie calculator, right? It's called calories in or calorie out, or the abbreviation CICO. A weight loss expert, Dr. Jason Fung, he actually named it the calorie restriction as primary theory, or the CRAP theory. And why is it crap? Because it doesn't work for us long term. Let's take a lesson from the show The Biggest Loser. It's this reality show, and the contestants lose incredible amounts of each week following this formula of calories in, calories out. And they reduce their calories in and they amp up their calories out through so much physical exertion that they often become physically ill right on the television. And on the last episode, the contestants returned to reveal their final transformations. And they look so fantastic, and we're all inspired. Let me share with you a dirty little secret. Their long-term results, they're abysmal. The contestants don't have long-term success. Why do you think there's never been a Biggest Loser reunion show? There was actually a 2016 study titled Persistent Metabolic Adaptation 6 years after the Biggest Loser competition. Basically, by doing this CICO, the contestants messed up their metabolisms permanently by following that theory. They actually had to then eat fewer calories for their new weights than calculations based on their body size alone would predict, just to maintain their new weights. Before the show, these contestants had normal metabolic rates as calculated for their sizes. After the show, their metabolisms never recovered. Dr. Musher, why is that?
When the body perceives prolonged calorie restriction, it will slow down your metabolism as a protective measure. That is why actually starving yourself does not work long-term in any kind of diet program. Most people who have a weight program are very good conservers, so their bodies are very good at adjusting to taking in less and slowing down their metabolism and storing energy as fat. When we want to lose weight, we need to pull energy from the fat and keep our metabolism going, but we need to be careful about exercise. Next slide. There is a misunderstanding about the importance of exercise and weight. Only a portion of your calories out are lost through exercise. In fact, the average person, professional athletes excluded, burns only about 5% to 15% of their daily calories through exercise. It's not nothing, but it's not really equal to the number of calories from food intake, which accounts for 100% of the energy intake of the body. What's more, as anyone who's worked out a day in their life can tell you, exercising makes you hungry, and that can sabotage even the best of intentions. I define exercise as movement. So walking the 10,000 steps, or about 3 miles every day, is an important part of staying healthy. Once you have begun to lose weight, some strength building is also important. By toning up, not bulking up, you actually increase your demand for energy and lose weight faster. But although exercise can help with weight loss, what you put in your body or avoid putting in your body is a more important lifestyle factor. So, if you are sick of trying to find the perfect diet and instead want to find a lifestyle that you can tailor to suit your eating preferences, you are in the right place. Let's talk about the NuChallenge system.
So get that diet word right out of your head. This is not a diet. It's a lifestyle change to make and keep you healthy. Tonight, you'll learn how to lose weight, how to maintain weight loss, and how to maintain a balance of health. So, Dr. Musher, can you explain why it's so important to have a system that is evidence-based, not the latest fad?
Absolutely, Jackie. Evidence-based means that the results have been validated by research, and you can trust that the products do what they say they are supposed to do. All of our products' ingredients are from evidence-based research.
Thank you. So, to understand why you need the system, it helps to understand how 3 hormones in your body work in synergy to keep you lean and well. This is insulin, leptin, and ghrelin. Insulin is the key hormone you need to understand if you want to lose weight and keep it off long term. But insulin isn't the only hormone that affects your results. Ghrelin and leptin are your appetite control hormones. And we're born with these working in synergy, except for type 1 diabetics, but we mess that up at a pretty young age, and we'll explain that in a bit. But Dr. Musher is going to cover these hormones in detail over the next few slides.
You may only know of insulin as something prescribed to diabetics, and you may give little thought to how it works in a normal body. To simplify for the sake of understanding, every time you eat or drink certain things, your body releases insulin in response, unless you are, of course, a type 1 diabetic and are having trouble with insulin release. Insulin's job is to help your body regulate your blood glucose, your blood sugar. When you eat, your blood sugar is available to be either burned as energy or stored in the body as glucagon, which is kind of like a quick energy store. Any blood glucose that is not burned as energy or stored as glucagon is turned into and stored as fat. Insulin is a storage hormone, and when we are trying to lose weight, we do not want to store energy as fat. We want to go into those storage areas and burn the energy. We want to be in fat burn, not fat storage. So insulin is not our friend in this case. When we take in simple carbs, the white things, white bread, white potatoes, white rice, we release insulin and store fat, or store energy as fat. We want to switch to whole grain bread, brown rice, and avoid simple carbs as much as possible. However, insulin isn't the only hormone that affects your results. Ghrelin and leptin are also very important, and we need to keep these 2 hormones in balance. Ghrelin and leptin work together to give you signals related to your food intake and how much fat you have stored in your body. Basically, ghrelin tells us what we need to eat, and leptin tells us that we have had enough. If your body is sensitive to both ghrelin and leptin, and everything is working as it should, you will remain at your ideal weight effortlessly, and your appetite will tell you when to eat and when to stop eating. We are born with these hormones working perfectly in concert with one another. A baby doesn't know how many calories he or she has had, but gets hunger signals to let him or her know that it is time to eat.
So, if I understand you, an infant cries when it's hungry, it drinks milk, and it stops when it's full. I know an infant won't suck milk when it's not hungry. And trust me, it's pretty much impossible to feed a toddler who isn't hungry. So if babies and toddlers aren't hungry, they aren't going to eat, which I think what you're saying is pretty much how we should all live our lives.
Right, Jackie. We are born with appetite hormones that are working perfectly. And then we force our kids to eat at meal times on an arbitrary schedule we set, and often feed them highly processed foods, both of which work together to cause our kids to completely lose sight of their satiety signals. If we just let our kids eat when they're hungry and let them grow up doing that, we probably wouldn't have the obesity problem we have today.
Well, can we reset our appetite control?
Great question, Jackie. You can reset your appetite signals by following the NuChallenge system with these 3 products. We'll break it down why each are important, synergistic, cutting edge, and scientifically evidence-based. First, Less is a meal replacement packet that contains stabilized rice bran and whey protein. The rice bran is nutrient dense, giving you the vitamins needed for normal body function. It also has fiber, which is very important for gut health and helps you feel full. Whey protein is an incredible source of high-end protein, which is very important for our normal body function and growth. Protein is a much better prolonged source of energy than sugar and does not stimulate the release of insulin like sugars do. Protein also makes you feel full. As Dr. Oz and Oprah have said over and over on their shows, we need about 20 grams of protein in the morning to start our day, and the less shakes gives us that 20 grams of protein.
No, and I want to add that our shakes are really delicious, and you can find great recipes on the NuChallenge website. Now, with this slide, Dr. Musher, I'm hoping you can talk to us about how compromised our food supply has become.
Unfortunately, Jackie, our food supply is very compromised. The soil has been depleted of nutrients due to years of farming, spraying crops with pesticides, and genetically modifying many of our crops. We add corn syrup to almost everything, and there are artificial flavors, colors, sweeteners, and preservatives in many store-bought foods. Even if we aren't buying foods full of preservatives and additives, grocery store organic food is still different than what our great-grandparents ate. It takes 2 weeks, for example, usually from field to shelf, and the food has lost half of its nutrient value.
So when we decide to finally eat right, we still can't get our needed nutrients from food. Because of that, our bodies are always in search of nutrients, which makes us hungrier, right? So
Absolutely.
Can you tell us about, how liquid core meets our metabolic needs?
Absolutely. So core is what I call a super liquid multivitamin complex. It has vitamins, minerals, amino acids, a power and fruit blend, giving you all the essential things you need for your body to function. When you're trying to lose weight, you are taking in less than you need to pull energy from your fat stores. So you need to make sure that you are still getting the nutrients your body needs to function. Core gives you all the essential nutrients in a great tasting liquid product.
So here's one, because I know that B vitamins has a lot to do with weight loss. So can you explain that to us, please?
Absolutely. The body relies on a variety of vitamins, minerals, etc., to maintain optimal health. B12 is among the most important for weight control. If you want to lose excess weight, vitamin B12 has been linked to weight loss and energy enhancement. Vitamin B12 also helps the body convert fats and proteins into energy. In addition, high levels of stress can deplete your body of B vitamins, which are essential for the nervous and circulatory systems. It can also reduce the absorption of nutrients in your system from the foods you eat and the supplements you take. Levels of the stress hormone, cortisol, rise during tension-filled times. This can turn your overeating into a habit. Because increased levels of the hormone also help cause higher insulin levels, your blood sugar drops and you crave sugary, fatty foods. And high levels of sugar and insulin set the stage for the body to store fat. People who are under stress, metabolically speaking, will gain weight for that very reason. So, especially when you're trying to lose weight, you should try not to get stressed. If you have a bad day, just write it off, relax, and get ready for the next day. Alert gives us all the B-complex vitamins we need in a healthy liquid format. It also increases our metabolism and helps us burn energy. In order to lose weight, we need to be in fat burn, and the NuChallenge weight loss program does just that.
Fabulous. So I think I'm going to turn this over to Jonathan. How do we get started? What should we do for the next 30 days?
Well, first of all, thank you, Jackie, and thank you, Dr. Musher. Fantastic information. And as always, I'm writing down notes fast and furious. I learn something new every single time. So appreciate the two of you joining us tonight and lending your expertise to our webinar here. So thank you on behalf of everyone. We are going to get to our questions, and I have some questions coming in. Appreciate it. Feel free to use that chat window to send in your questions. We have two great experts here who have been trained in nutritional science, and they can answer a lot of your great questions here tonight. So I want to highlight a couple things first before we get into not just our questions, but also our giveaways and our drawing that we have here in a minute. You know, speaking from personal experience, weight loss is not an easy journey. If it was, a third of our population in the US would not be classified as overweight. But losing weight in a healthy manner does not need to be complicated. In fact, complications invite failure, and it must be simple. The NuChallenge program was designed by the Nussentials medical panel, including these experts on the call tonight. 3 well-researched, well-tested, and well-proven products that combine to help you lose weight and sustain that loss. That's what we're talking about here. The NuChallenge consists of 3 simple things: evidence-based products, support through coaching, and results. So what do we do in the next 30 days? Well, our program provides you with everything you need for a full month of the NuChallenge program. That covers 2 meals a day, 100% of your daily vitamins, and a month's supply of our liquid energy drink alert. You know, being a part of the NuChallenge does not mean you have to add additional costs to an already tight budget. For $4.50 per meal or less, you can make extraordinary change in your life. Think of it this way. Many of our NuChallengers, including myself, has significantly reduced their overall budget as a result of our simplified approach. Replacing your grocery list with our 60 meal replacement less packets, getting better nutrition than the generic multivitamins with core that usually end up flushing down the toilet, and avoiding that afternoon Starbucks run to keep you awake with our much healthier alternative alert. The end result is a budget-friendly elevation of your health. You know, some people are spending $500 or more per month with all of these things combined, and it's not helping. So let's break it down. There are 2 approaches to purchasing, 2 approaches to joining the NuChallenge and getting started here. One, you can simply purchase as a retail customer. You'll get all of the products, the coaching, you'll be part of our NuChallenger community. You can even refer 3 more NuChallengers, get some friends together, do this in a group, and your NuChallenge pack is free. Or you can become a wholesale member. With a small annual fee of $39, you will receive wholesale pricing on all of our products, including the NuChallenge pack. Here's what's cool about this. That's a savings of $50 every month, and your savings pay for the annual membership fee. Plus, as you refer other people, we give you a referral bonus on top of your free product. So this is simple. If someone referred you here tonight, get with them to learn how to get started with the NuChallenge program. If no one referred you, go to our website at nussentials.com/NuChallenge to get started. We'll be sending a follow-up email to you. Those of you that have attended this webinar, we'll send that out. It'll give you instructions on how to connect, how to be a part of this. You know, your transformation doesn't have to stop in just 30 days. That's the kickstart. That's the jump start to your transformation. Many of our NuChallengers have continued to transform, losing over 100 pounds in 12 months. There are incredible testimonies. There's a incredible community here. And we want you to be a part of this. So take this opportunity, type in any questions you have. We have medical experts standing by right now that are here to answer your questions. And I'm going to get to a couple of the ones that have already been asked. Appreciate you guys sending those in. But before I do that, I want to give away 2 things. Number 1 is, those of you who are on the call, go ahead and raise your hand on the call if you want us to send you a coupon for a free shirt, NuChallenge shirt. You can wear it. You can advertise that you are a part of this program. Go ahead and raise your hand. We're going to make sure that we send that out to you so that you can be a part of this and you can promote it to your friends and family, and they can be a part of this program too. Wonderful. Excellent. All right. Well, we want to do one other thing, and this is exciting. We want to give away a new challenge pack. So once again, put in your questions if you have any. We're going to get to them. But I want to go ahead and give away our new challenge pack. And that's, for those of you who saw the slide earlier, that's a $270 value. And we're going to pick a number here, and I'm taking it from the order in which you guys arrived. I'm going to be drawing a number. Give me one moment here to randomize this. Fantastic. Okay. The winner of the new challenge pack is Trist Fishman. Trist Fishman, go ahead and raise your hand on the call if you heard this. We're going to be sending you a new challenge pack. We'll be following up. Great. I see you, Trist. Wonderful. Very exciting here. Congratulations on that. We'll be sending you and getting in contact with you after this call. All right. Well, we want to go ahead and reach out to some of you who've asked questions. I have one here, and either Dr. Musher or Jackie, if either of you can answer this. But one question is, are they able to do keto using our products? Is it a keto-friendly product involved in NuChallenge?
Maybe I'll start and Jackie can jump in. So diets are kind of are in right now. It's a phase. Keto diet really talks about taking in a very low carbohydrate diet. So you're causing your body to work more on fat. You're producing what's called ketones and ketosis, which is a different form of energy that the liver kind of produces. So the simple answer is yes, you can, because in this particular diet, you're not taking in a lot of simple carbs. You're getting a lot of your energy from protein. So you can do it. I do want to make a little caveat is that although the keto diet, people do lose weight right away, I'm going to go back to what Jackie talked about at the very beginning, and that's diet. You don't want a diet, you want a lifestyle. And unfortunately, when you do the keto diet, they have shown that after a while, like many other diets and fad diets, that you end up you kind of level off and end up getting back to where you were before. So they work short term, they don't work long term. Lifestyle changes, such as the Nussentials, the NuChallenge, is going to give you long-term results and you'll keep the weight off. Jackie, anything to add?
No, I think that's a perfect answer. I have nothing to add.
Awesome. That's perfect. All right, we have another question here, which is a great one. How much exercise do people really need on something like the NuChallenge? I know we addressed it a little bit, but maybe you can talk a little bit about the types of exercises we should be looking at and give us some examples. Do we need to start running a lot? Do we need to start lifting weights all the time? What does that look like on an everyday, for an everyday person here?
I'm going to let Dr. Musher answer this one because he addressed it in the slides.
Absolutely. And I must say I'm somewhat opinionated on this. In the diets that, in the lifestyle changes and the weight loss programs that I do, and you notice when I talked about exercise, I define exercise as movement, I define movement as walking, and I mentioned the 10,000 steps, which is about 3 miles a day. As we mentioned, if you go to the gym, people are very motivated when they first start. They start really working out crazy. Jackie spent a lot of time talking about, The Greatest Loser, which I personally feel is really kind of misinforms people about what they're supposed to be doing. You don't want to over-exercise because all you do is get hungry and you actually gain weight. And so any of you that have tried that, if you think back, you struggled because exercising makes you hungry. And that's not what you want to do when you're trying to lose weight. So you do want to move, okay? You want to do what the body is made to do. And the body was made to kind of move on a daily basis. So we start people off with that all the time. Later on, I did talk about toning, and toning actually is important. And the protein helps you tone because muscles need protein, and they will tone up, which actually you look better as well, but you've also increased now your energy requirement, so it actually helps you lose weight easily. So when you talk about exercise, everybody has a different idea of that. And a lot of people think of, getting on the treadmill for a half hour, lifting weight, all of those things. Those can be slowly introduced as you start to lose weight, but you don't want to do too much too quick, because then all you're going to do is eat more. You're going to be hungry and eat more.
Great. I'm going to combine a couple questions here. One of the questions was about the best times to replace with the shakes, best meals to replace with the shakes, but I kind of want to combine it. Jackie, I remember us talking a little while ago about some meal windows and concepts associated with timing and when we're eating and how we leverage the NuChallenge within that.
Yeah, I would love to answer this question. So there's been a lot of research about delaying breaking your fast and having a meal window so that your body, you're not spiking insulin and storing fat and letting your body burn some of its fat. So you can start with an 8-hour window, or go to a 6-hour window, whatever feel that you can do, and break your fast. Let's say you decide to do that around late morning or around lunchtime with a shake. Now my next thing would say to you is, what is your favorite big meal? Is it lunch or is it dinner? And what's your lifestyle? Can you have a nice sensible lunch, or is your work life so crazy that maybe you need to wait until you get home and have dinner? So that's really up to your lifestyle. It is probably better for you weight loss wise if you can have like a late lunch, early dinner for your actual meal, and then have a shake later at the end of your window. And so it really depends on what your goals are. But the term of the eating window are called intermittent fasting, so that you have this window of time that you eat during a day and you don't during the rest of the day. It just works so well with our NuChallenge system.
Great. So really what I hear you saying is it depends. Your lifestyle is going to help drive that forward, whether it's breakfast, whether it's lunch, whether it's dinner, but containing it within kind of a window of time has added benefits associated with it, whether it's 8 hours or even shorter. Is that right?
Yeah. Yes.
Perfect.
Yes. But I think I would definitely do a shake for breakfast. I think it'd be hard if you have a large breakfast and then try to go for the rest of the day if we're normal people that work, et cetera. So I would definitely start it with a shake, whatever that window of time is.
Got it. So not 10 stacks of pancakes like my normal.
No, sir. No.
You want to start with carbs, and most people do. You want to start with protein, and that's, I think, why Jackie is certainly recommending the shake, because you're getting your 20 grams of protein to start your day for a release of sustained energy versus a quick charge of energy that's going to affect insulin. And we mentioned how that basically ruins your whole day once insulin, because you'll yo-yo all day long if insulin is being secreted.
Got it. So either one of you can answer this, but what are your suggestions within the NuChallenge program on weight loss versus weight maintenance, because not everyone necessarily wants to lose more weight. Maybe they just want to maintain an existing weight. Is that okay? And how do they tailor things in order to make that work within this program?
Gosh, great question. And I have got a lot of people that actually do that. So the system that we have is a great source of protein and energy, which you need on a daily basis anyway. So if you just want to maintain, or let's say you've kind of gone off a little bit, using the NuChallenge products and basically not doing it twice a day every day, but using it more a couple of times a week will maintain your weight. The other part is that people that are trying to, let's say, tone up can use the system as a great source of high-end protein, which the muscles need before and after exercise. So you can really use this for a couple different things. If you've gotten to go weight, your weight is still going to fluctuate a little bit. And so getting on a maintenance program, and depending on how much you're doing during the day, will depend on how often you would do that. I have some that have, one shake a day every day. I have some that do it several times a week. I actually had one couple that basically wanted to go out and have kind of a fun evening with several other couples, and so they would do the program during the week and kind of go off it on the weekend. And so there's all kinds of modifications, but using the product to maintain weight depends on basically how much you're getting off, or how much you're doing during the day, and how many other things you're eating, and using this as a good source of nutrients and protein.
Great. I think one of the important things to recognize here, and as part of the NuChallenge, is all along the way, especially over the course of your first 30 days with us, is we're going to help coach you through some of these things. The things that Jackie and Dr. Musher are talking about here tonight, these are things that we'll reinforce with you along the way. We'll teach you about proper hydration, proper sleep behavior, the ways that you can exercise, and simple approaches for you to help build upon your successes along the way. We're going to stop with questions for a minute because we're going to need to wrap this up. But as we said in the beginning, we are here to challenge you. We want you to go to the website. It's posted on the screen. For those of you who weren't on the screen, need to call in. It's Nussentials.com/NuChallenge. That's NU challenge. Go on to there and check it out. There's a lot of great recipes on there. There's a lot of information. And then get with the person who referred you to this webinar. Check your email for a follow-up, and we're going to give you an opportunity to get started, and get started today. We look forward to seeing your transformation. We look forward to seeing your after pictures as we check back in with one another throughout the course of this journey. I just want to say thanks again so much, you, Jackie, and you, Dr. Musher, for all the wisdom you've imparted over the years. Of course, the wisdom you've imparted tonight. And we'll be hearing from both of you soon again as we continue to highlight specific areas within the NuChallenge program that people can benefit in. I know, Jackie, you've been working on a Mythbuster webinar we're very excited about, to kind of build upon some of the things we talked about here tonight. So we're going to look forward to that, and all of you will get information about how to participate in that particular program as well. We're going to have a recording of this webinar. We're going to post it up and send it to all of you who were here tonight so you can share it with those that could not attend. You'll get an email with that information by tomorrow. So appreciate you all being here. If you do have more questions, contact us at support@nussentials.com. Visit our Facebook page and message us, or you can go on to our website, nussentials.com, and there's chat windows there We'd love to talk with you. Appreciate you all. And thanks again, Jackie. Thanks, Dr. Musher, for being here.
Thank you, Jonathan.
Appreciate it. All right. Well, good night, all. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday evening. Thanks, and we'll see you again soon.